Then I had these 5 questions. Frank made a great deal of these trends leading to increasing inequality. In particular, he referred to the 2-tiered family system, and I just wondered whether that was really an American finding rather than one that can be applied in European countries. I don't think there's been much indication that the changes that have been taking place in family demography have been the main drivers of at least income inequality in our countries. It's what's been happening in the labour market and in taxation and widening skills, globalisation. I'm not sure that changing family demography has been a key feature there. Then all my slides, all my comments on the papers for this session are sort of trying to move us towards the child well-being elements of your work, and Frank uses child welfare, child well-being, and the welfare of children in his slides, and I think we ought to spend some time thinking about what they are. I mean, I know that that's the subject of the next seminar, but I'm not sure that they're all the same thing in this context. Then I think it's clearly the case that child welfare is related to a variety of macro level factors. He says, such as investment, institutional arrangements, commitment to gender and economic equality. Empirically, I'm wondering whether that's true. I think it may be true that adult welfare is related to those things, but in the work we've done looking at least at the macro level, the relationship between institutional arrangements, gender, differences, economic factors, we find rather weak associations with indicators of well-being, particularly subjective well-being. So I have a question about that. And then I think there's an implicit question in his presentation, is that child well-being is being changed, and in fact harmed, by changing family demography. And I think that here we need to differentiate between different changes in family demography, because I don't think it's true that all changes in family demography have harmful consequences. And I can contrast here late childbirth versus divorce. I can't think that having children later in life is having a harmful effect on the children, but there are greater anxieties about the impact of divorce on children. And again, fertility decline versus childlessness. I'm not quite certain why fertility decline should be having a harmful effect on children, but childlessness is not having an effect on children, but is making a lot of women and men miserable because they're not achieving the fertility that they aspire to. And then I have a question about is it inevitable that if there is a relationship between changing family demography and child well-being, is it inevitable? Can policy mitigate